Getting straight to the topic, today we are going to analyze the 2019 released Malayalam movie Kumblangi Nights, directed by Madhu C. Narayanan and written by Shyam Pushkaran. Kumblangi Nights is a Malayalam movie released in 2019 about four brothers played by Saubin Shahir as Saji and Shane Nigam as Bobby, Srinath Basi as Bonnie and Matthew Thomas as Frankie, who share a complex relationship with each other due to the absence of their parents and how the presence of three women in their lives changed them. Kumblangi Nights is a movie that has been loved and hated equally, but one thing is for sure, that it has challenged many of the society's norms. Now let's see further how these norms of the societies has been challenged by the filmmakers through two characters of Kumblangi Nights played by Saubin Shahir and Fahad Fazil. Let's first take the character of Saji played by Saubin Shahir. As the eldest brother in the family, Saji is expected to take care of his three younger brothers after his father passes away and his mother leaves to become a nun. However, when the film opens, he sees a broken family. He is constantly fighting with Bobby, he is estranged from Bonnie, and Frankie is detached from him. His inability to take care of his brothers makes him mentally disturbed, and he reaches his breaking point when out of rage he slaps Frankie, and in response Bonnie beats him up. Saji broke the norms by showing that men have emotions and can express it as openly as women do. Despite being the eldest in the family, he wasn't afraid in asking his youngest brother to take him to a psychiatrist when he was feeling low. Normally, an elder brother would be like a parent and would have to mask his emotions and hide his vulnerabilities from those that he was taking care of. But Saji opened up, and that was what allowed Frankie to connect with him. Just paradox to the super alpha male that we usually see in Malayalam movies, Saji is the mother of the house. He cooks, he cares, he is the sensitive one. When Bobby complains about their mother, Saji says she wasn't having an easy life. The dialogue is beautiful when Saji says that she always had the odor of a pain balm. Saji's feminine nature is emphasized by the fact that he doesn't have a female love interest. He doesn't seem to be interested in any woman. There's no backstory about the one that got away. His only partner, played by Ramesh Tilak, is a platonic one with whom he runs a street side ironing business. I'm not suggesting Saji is an emasculated or gay, just that he doesn't do the aggressively macho things like falling in love or lust that define men in our mainstream movies. Saubin Shahir's performance as vulnerable Saji will go down to be one of his best performances. The real hero is the writer Shyam Pushkaran, who sketched Saji's character with such perfection, and salute to Saubin Shahir for pulling off this role quite beautifully. Now let's move ahead and consider the character of Shammi, or the anti-hero, played by Fahad Fazil. We know there is something wrong about Shammi when he is first introduced. While in the bathroom shaping his masculine mustache, he notices a bindi stuck on the mirror and scraps it off, washing it away in the sink. He then proceeds to look at himself in the mirror and repeat a dialogue, Raymond, a complete man, in his manly voice. His character reeks of toxic masculinity from the first frame, as he is unable to bear even a small blemish of femininity on his idea of the perfect man. Has this need to control everything around him. Despite living in his wife's home, since he is the only man in the household, consisting of his wife, his mother-in-law, and his sister-in-law, he sees himself as the patriarch of the family. This is apparent in the scene where he sits down to have dinner with the whole family. He and his mother-in-law sit beside each other at the table. But before he begins eating, he makes an excuse that there isn't enough light where he is sitting. Then he goes on to slyly move his chair to the head of the table, establishing himself as the head of the family. In the shocking climax, we finally see this toxic masculinity and need for control extend beyond just simple actions and turn into fully psychotic behavior. He is vehemently against his sister-in-law, leading to his wife, Simi, standing up for her sister. At this point, Shammi realizes that he has lost control over his wife, and that puts him over the edge, making him violent. as he is fighting with Bonnie and Saji. After imprisoning his wife and her family, he consistently yells phrases like "I am the man" and makes it clear to the two brothers that they are fighting what he considers a real man. Finally, when he is captured, it marks the downfall of toxic masculinity. Fahad Fazil, I must say, just lived the character. It is his brilliance that he pulled off the character of Shammi with multiple shades with such ease that it won't be wrong to call him one of the finest actors in India. He is such an actor who let you realize the convoluted depth of Shammi through his mannerisms and smile. Through Shammi's character, the director shows how the role of a male is perceived in the society. And through Saji's character, the makers bring out the reality. Males are not always saviors and breadwinners. They can be the ones who are emotional and vulnerable at the same time. Kumbhalangi Nights questions the hyper-masculinity and patriarchy prevalent in the society. Let's discuss another aspect, that is the definition of a family in this movie. The other conceit in Kumbhalangi Nights is the definition of a family. It talks of two families, the family of Shammi and Saji's family. From the outside, we are more likely to want to associate with Shammi's very decent family, but appearances are so deceptive. It is the household with the eggshell ashtray that expands our idea of family. It's not necessarily whom you are born with or to. It's also about those who need you, those who open your doors to. This open door policy is visualized literally. Saji's house has no doors. It doesn't need one. This is in its own way a kind of patriarchy. It's always women who seek shelter, which the men provide. But Kumbhalangi Nights isn't about men or women. It's about people. In a way, it is a movie which has so beautifully challenged the patriarchy prevalent in the society. The production design and the vibrant neon themed visuals shot by Saiju Khalid and edited by Saiju Sridharan lend a familiar feeling of Kumbhalangi and its characters. All in all, Kumbhalangi Nights was a conscious effort by the makers to go out of the league and give a new definition to the way a story is told. I would recommend all of you to watch it once and experience the ambience of Kerala, village life, and characters who will remain with you for a long time. Kumbhalangi Nights is available on Netflix. That's all for this video today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.